Alright, we're going to start this game up. Pay attention, guys. I'm going to show you what macro should look like if you're a low league player. This is what you should try to do. If I lose this game, it's fine. I'm playing a Master League guy. Because I'm not going to focus on scouting at all. I'm not going to focus on anything that requires APM right now. That's like a lot of APM. So the game just started. I made a drone, and I'm sending my Overlord out. Like I said, you want to send it like outside the ramp of their base. You don't really want to scout into the main, because there's a chance that it'll die. But anyways, I told you guys, the thing you need to remember is SD, SD. Make your Hatriyaki SD, 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 SD. Just get in the habit of it. I'm not even spamming it. I'm just periodically... The game's paused though. It's gonna... I'll just tell me zoom in ready. SD, SD, baby. So I made an Overlord. You also want to look at, like, always try to periodically glance at your supply. Or it's actually up there. The camera's backwards for you guys. Glance at your supply, and whenever you supply cap, just make some fucking Overlords, man. You don't have to make it. You don't have to make it too complicated if you're in a low league. Don't do gas tricks either. Don't fucking make it harder than it is for yourself. And now look, I'm sending a drone to my third, and I said it was like 180 to 200 minerals. I sent it at like 180. When I get here, I have 200 or 300, so I can make a hatchery. Now I'm going back to making drones. I'm gonna go 17, 17, 17. Okay. So I'm just gonna go 17 hatchery, 17 pool, 17 gas. I'm not fucking spamming the keyboard either. I'm just like looking at my minerals and looking at my base. Now 17 again. I just, you know, I hit the button. I hit make a drone. Now I'm gonna fucking make a gas. Now I'm periodically going 5 SD, 5 SD, 5 SD, 5 SD. And as soon as you don't select if you don't select the drone, you can just keep hitting SD, SD, SD because the larva hasn't spawned yet, but you'll pick it up. It's all good, man. You'll pick it up. Now I'm at 19. I'm gonna make an Overlord because I'm gonna supply cap soon. Saturated gas. 5 S, and now again, look, our mineral line's fully saturated. Let's re-rally everything to our natural. And we're just gonna go 5 SD, 5 SD, 5 SD, 5 SD. 5 SD. Also, when you heard that keyboard right there, that was me, just kind of had a habit hitting the buttons a lot. 5 SD, 5 SD. Now let's make a Zergling, because our spawning pool's done, and we haven't really seen anything come out of him yet. I hope he doesn't all in me, because I don't want to really micro this. But anyways, yeah. 5 SD, 5 SD. See how my larva, look at my larva on the hatcheries on the bottom, guys. It says 0, 0. If you can maintain that, you're doing fucking amazing. Look, we found his base, and he's making a spine crawler. Sick. Let's start Zergling speed. Just in case we need it. I'm focusing only on macro. Now look, I have 2 pretty decently saturated mineral lines. My money's building up. Let's make a roach one. Let's do it. I'm going to do a 2 base build. I'm not even going to go for 3 base. I said in the beginning, let's just go for 2 bases to start it off and get better at it. Now I'm looking at the Zerglings, but I'm not actually microing them. I'm just hitting 5 SD, 5 SD, 5 SD. Okay, we saw a couple queens, whatever. If you're low league, you probably have no idea what you're expecting out of that. You're like, oh, he's got shit. I saw shit. What does that mean? Doesn't matter. It's fine. And now our mineral is almost fully saturated. Let's take some more gas. Fuck it. We're going to need some... Now that we have good saturation, let's take some more gas. And 5 SD. 5 SD. Spamming D. 5 SD. 5 SD. This is going fucking well, guys. 5 SD. 5 SD. Make drones until you're saturated on 2 bases in the beginning of the game when you're learning. It'll help you so much. I'm moving my Overlords right now because I see creep and I don't want them to die, but don't worry about that. If your Overlords die, just make more. It's okay. 5 SD. 5 SD. Now we are going to be fully saturated on this base. Now look at my money. It's growing up a little bit. Let's take a third. Why not? Let's go take a third, guys. Now I'm going to re-rally my hatcheries in front of my base, and now I'm going to go into the roach phase. We're fully saturated. Look, there's an Overlord in my base. Let's kill it. Let's go into the roach phase, though. Now we go 5 SR, 5 SR, 5 SR. My larva has not capped at all, really, though, this whole game. Very much. It's probably like less than 10 seconds of a supply cap. So now, again, also, the other thing. I'm fully saturated on this base. Let's re-rally our hatcheries to the third. To the new base again. Now, we're making roaches. So I'm not microing shit, dude. I'm not trying very hard here. I'm not being like, God, I gotta fucking move everywhere on the screen. No, I'm just hitting 5, make roach. 5, make roach. SR, baby. And every time we get a round of larva in the screen, that is your time to be like, oh, well, a larva. We have a lot of larva out of nowhere. That means an inject just popped off. Let's go inject again. If you're always maintaining your larva like this, you will notice when you get injects off, because you will see out of nowhere you have 10 larvae sitting in the queue. Oh, I wonder why. It's because I made a fucking whatever it's called. You know, I've been maintaining larvae, whatever, blah blah blah. My roaches are. Sorry, I'm like zoning out. Holy shit. Anyways, inject your larvae. Yeah, injects are good. Injects are good, boys. When you have a lot of larvae sitting there, instead of 3, it'll be like 9 now. When I have 3 hatcheries, that's when I know an inject pops off. Now I'm not gonna micro shit. I told my roaches to attack his base. This is pure macro, pure fucking macro. And you know what I'm doing behind it? 5 SR, 5 SR. And look, a lot of larvae means an inject just popped off. Inject, inject. I'm not even saturating my 30 there. I'll just make roaches for now. Fucking why not? I don't want a supply cap. We're close. Let's make some roaches or some overlords. 5 SR, 5 SR. I'm not gonna micro shit. Oh wait, no, hold on. We're getting surrounded. Let's back up a little bit. Let's just back up. I'm not gonna kite this. I'm just gonna back up. I'll back up. It's okay. Now, while I was doing this, look what happened at my base. Holy shit! I didn't hit a lot of buttons. I just macroed. And look, another round of larva. Time to inject. Now let's move out again. And let's not micro. We just realized we were going to lose that fight, so we're like, ah, fuck it, that's a bad fight. We're getting overwhelmed. A lot of shit's coming at me. Let's back up and regroup. Look, we're about to supply cap. I keep looking at my supply because I'm not busy trying to micro everything. Because I'm a low league player and I'm learning right now. So we're just gonna, you know, now look at my army. It's fucking massive. It's really big. I'm not gonna micro again. I'm just gonna fucking let it go ham. But look, while I'm doing this, a lot of larvae just popped off. Oh, let's make roaches. And that means I need to inject again. Cool. Now, how's it going over here? Not bad. We're winning the fight. Not bad at all. We're still just making roaches. 5 SR, 5 SR, 5 SR. I don't give a shit about micro. And look what's already happening. My roach count's building again. I'm not microing. And we're playing a Master League game right now. GG. GG. Thank you for playing, man. But look at the fucking rally again of roaches. That's all fucking macro, dude. That is all macro. All you have to do is macro. Everyone who's low league is like, I gotta fucking micro like I'm fucking J-Dong. I gotta fucking split every roach and fucking do it. Every roach has to be fucking split up and I gotta, you know, absorb all the damage perfectly. All you gotta do is macro. And you will fucking fly through your leagues. If you can just manage 5. Or again, I say 5 because that's my hatchery hotkey if you're looking at the screen. Select hatcheries, make drones, make drones, make drones, make drones, make drones. As soon as I've saturated 2 bases, make roaches, make roaches, make roaches, make roaches, make roaches. And it doesn't have to be roaches only. It does not have to be roaches only. It just has to be whatever unit you want it to be. The only thing you have to not do is larva cap. That's it. Just don't larva cap. And you will fucking realize, you'll see how much of a difference, how much more powerful your builds are in this game. In StarCraft. Like, macro is StarCraft. It's not, like, micro's cool. That's what you see when you watch games, you know, from observers and shit, where it's like it's a fucking WCS. It's like, a caster's not going to be like, alright guys, let's stare at his hatcheries for a while, and let's see how good his injects are. Every fucking viewer would be like, this is so boring. Oh my god, I don't want to watch this. But what you do see is you're like, oh god, look at him dodging the storms and the fungals, holy shit. That roach micro is fucking epic. Oh my god, the marine splits are so sick. And every single lowly player feels like they have to play like that to win. When in reality, they don't. All they have to do is learn how to macro. And that's basically it, guys. I beat a dead horse a little bit here at the end. I kept repeating just macro, but that is honestly all you have to do to win games. Especially the lower league you are, the more important macro is. And that's it. That's the end of my VOD, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found this informative. Try it yourself. It's fucking good. If you don't believe me and you lose after one game, you're like, the roaches didn't work. God. Well, just try it again. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you did larva cap for a little bit. Maybe you didn't do it fast enough. But if you have proper macro, if you're not larva capping, you already have grandmaster macro. Okay. If you don't larva cap, that's grandmaster level macro, right there, and that requires not supply blocking, and also, you know, keeping your fingers like this, rotating on making units, make drones, make roaches, whatever the fuck. Saturate 2 bases, at least. The higher league you get, you can saturate like a 3rd and go beyond, and then take like a 4th base and transfer your main to your 4th. You can do that shit. If this feels easy to you, if you're like, oh my god, 2 bases, this is so easy, well then go for a 3rd base. Try to expand upon it. But in the beginning, go for 2 bases to learn. It's easiest to learn on 2 bases. 1 base is too all in. It's not good. You're not going to have actual enough resources to macro properly. But 2 bases. Start on 2 bases and then expand upon that. And then as soon as you learn how to macro properly, then go for strategy. Then go for micro and sick plays. Anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Into the VOD. Bye.